my confident and generous Leo friend. Hello and welcome. My name is Mina, and I'm here to offer you a 3-card reading exploring the themes of you, your path, and your potential. I invite you to consider what the reading reveals about possible challenges, opportunities, and personal growth for the week ahead. Take a deep breath, rest your mind, and let's see what the cards have to share with you today. Leo, there is a particular restlessness in your chest this week, a silent charge that flickers beneath even your brightest moments. You might smile, you might laugh, and others see your warmth, yet there's a subtle tension stretched across your heart like a thread pulled just a bit too tight. It isn't always loud enough to name, but you sense it. A low hum, the feeling of wanting more but not quite knowing what that more is. You might notice it in the way you pause before answering a question, or in the extra beat your mind takes before you say yes to another invitation. There's an ache for something vivid, something fully lived, but the path to it feels just out of reach. You're holding your signature fire, but there's a question simmering under the surface. What will you do with it? And will it be enough? You carry yourself with a certain radiance, Leo, and this week that inner flame is alive and unmistakable. The Queen of Wands speaks to the heart of how you show up, confident, magnetic, alive in your gestures and the way you fill a room. Yet beneath this outward vibrancy, there's a quieter space where you privately weigh your own desires. You may find yourself craving recognition or affirmation, but it runs deeper than wanting applause. There's a longing for true connection, for someone to see not just your strength, but the complexity that makes you who you are. Sometimes, this can lead to a feeling of being slightly out of step with those around you. You want to inspire, to spark change, and to lead, but you're also keenly aware of your own vulnerabilities. Perhaps you sense others' expectations pressing in, or you notice your own standards rising higher with every step. There's pride in how you handle yourself, yes, but there's also a softness, a hope that your authenticity will be enough, even if you let others see your doubts. In private moments, you may catch a glimpse of your own reflection and wonder if the world sees everything you wish to express, or only the parts that shine most obviously. This week, your emotional posture is both upright and quietly questioning. Underneath your boldness, there's a curiosity about where your passion will take you next, and whether you're truly seen for all you are. That subtle tension is not a sign of weakness. It's the energy of growth collecting itself, ready for movement. It's from this layered, yearning place that your journey unfolds. The way you hold your inner fire, sometimes proudly on display, sometimes tucked away, begins to shape what comes next. When you're carrying both confidence and uncertainty, life responds in kind. Doors open, but they open onto hallways lined with many choices. Each option seems to reflect a different part of you. The bold leader, the quiet dreamer, the creative soul, the loyal friend. Your desire to be fully seen leads you to environments and people that offer glimpses of what's possible, but also ask you to choose which parts of yourself to share. The more you lean into your authenticity, the more opportunities seem to appear, but each one brings its own set of questions, and sometimes confusion. The tension inside becomes the engine that propels you forward, but it also asks you to pause and reflect before you leap. This is the current undercurrent of your path, illuminated by the 7 of Cups. The world seems to present you with an array of possibilities, some real, some imagined, all shimmering with different flavors of promise and risk. You may feel pulled in several directions at once, each path whispering its own temptations. Perhaps a new project catches your attention, or someone's words spark an unexpected longing. There's a sense of momentum, of things happening both around you and within you, but also a pressure to decide. What if you choose one door and the others close? What if you reach for something and it turns out to be less than it seemed? The friction comes from wanting to experience everything fully, but knowing you can't walk down every path at the same time. The choices before you are not just practical, they touch on your sense of self and how you wish to be known. You might feel the weight of expectation, both from others and from yourself. It's as though every option asks, is this who I am, and is this what I want to carry forward? Amid this swirl of opportunity and uncertainty, there's a current of creative energy seeking an outlet. But with that comes the challenge of discernment, figuring out which feeling is genuine, which invitation stirs your soul, and which are simply distractions. This week's events may test your ability to stay present, to listen past the noise, and to notice the quiet wisdom beneath the surface sparkle. Yet all of this, the longing, the choices, the rush, and the pause, leads to a moment where real growth becomes possible. But it isn't automatic. The way forward depends on how consciously you engage with what's unfolding. If you simply let events sweep you along, you may find yourself circling back to the same questions, the same restless tension. But if you slow down enough to notice what's truly calling to you, beyond what is loudest or most glamorous, you create a space for something more grounded to emerge. The potential within reach arises when you meet each moment with attention, not just impulse. It's the difference between reacting to what appears and responding to what feels right for you, even if the answer isn't obvious at first. When you move from a place of awareness, you begin to see the deeper patterns at play, and your own desires start to come into sharper focus. This week's growth depends not on doing more, but on seeing more clearly and letting yourself be honest about what you really want to experience. This is where the Four of Cups enters the story. After the swirl of choices and the heat of your own desire, there's an invitation to pause and look inward. The world around you may continue to offer distractions, new ideas, new faces, new possibilities, but you sense a need for stillness. There's a quiet wisdom in recognizing when enough is enough, when your heart needs time to sort through what truly matters. The growth available to you this week is not about chasing every opportunity, but about letting yourself rest in the unknown for a moment. As you do, you may notice feelings that have gone unspoken, longings that don't fit neatly into any of the choices laid out before you. The space you create by pausing allows you to notice what's been there all along, a desire not just for excitement, but for meaning. The Four of Cups suggests that fulfillment arrives not from grabbing at every shiny thing, but from letting the noise settle and listening for the quieter truth underneath. Growth this week is about honoring your own rhythms, trusting that sometimes the best way forward is to let yourself feel, reflect, and wait for your own clarity to rise. In that stillness, what is truly yours begins to take shape, quietly but unmistakably. All three phases of your journey, your radiant but questioning presence, the swirl of enticing but overwhelming options, and the gentle invitation to pause, form a single living thread. Your fire, Leo, is real and needed, but it finds its greatest power when guided by reflection and care. The Queen of Wands reminds you of your ability to light up any space, but also of your need to be seen in your fullness, not just your brightness. The Seven of Cups brings you to a crossroads where possibilities abound but clarity is hard-won, and the Four of Cups offers you a moment to step outside the rush, to honor your own feelings and let new understanding settle in. These are not separate stories but different sides of the same longing, to be true to yourself even in times of uncertainty. This week, the world may ask you to choose, to perform, to leap, yet your greatest strength may be found in the moments you allow yourself to simply be, to notice, to breathe. There is no rush to resolve every tension or answer every question. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is to trust that your own presence, your own attention is enough. In this calm, honest space you find reassurance, not as a reward for effort, but as a quiet recognition of your own worth. You are whole, even as you change. You are seen, even as you pause. And you are ready for whatever grows from the clarity you allow to emerge. Actionable insights for Leo this week. Try letting yourself sit with a feeling before deciding what to do next. Notice the moments when your mind drifts toward what is missing and gently bring your attention back to what's already present. Give yourself permission to rest, even if only for a few minutes when the choices feel overwhelming. Spoken word affirmations to repeat aloud for a more positive mindset. My presence is enough in this moment. I let new insight come in its own time. Each feeling I notice matters to me. I trust that clarity will find me and I am ready. And now, dear friend, I thank you for giving me your time. I truly hope I have given you something helpful in return. Goodbye and good luck until next time.